Welcome, you guys. I am so excited. Tonight is our last chapter of the book. And I have to apologize if you requested a book. I did not see a few of them in my PayPal, so those got sent out today. You should have them very, very soon. Stacy, if you're on here, yours was sent out too. I just sent you one since I said I would. So yeah, they're coming. They're coming. Okay, let's get started. I'm really excited. Tomorrow we open up the horse here. Okay, giddy up. Who's ready? I know I'm ready. We have been working so hard um, on our 90-day run group. So back to basics. I just want to go over that really quick. So I know, like I said before we started the recording, Ashley Veal and our team, we collab a little bit, and I welcome them to this call. They are more than welcome. Just hang tight for a second. I do want to show my team just a tool really quick that we start tomorrow, and then we'll get into the book. So I'm just going to share my screen and show you what we got. It is so cool, you guys. I am so excited. So let me share the screen really quick. Why won't it show me? Okay, desktop. No, we want to do this, Safari. Okay. Take that off. Okay, perfect. Let me let the waiting room in really quick. Where are you, waiting room? My screen's up, so it's hard to see. Okay, hang on. Where are you? There you are. All right. All right. Welcome in, you guys. I'm going to keep this waiting room up right here so I see it. Okay, so let's first start with our our back to basics 90-day run group. So we got any new people? Oh, Lo, I will get you in, Lo. Um, we just opened it up. We got 53 people in now. This number needs to increase by a lot because it's going to be really cool. So, a 90-day run, I think everybody should do one once a year. That's what I've always been taught in network marketing. So, a level one is if you really don't have a whole lot of time to add to your I would do a level one. And first, before we get started, even, I want to tell you if you know that you cannot do any extra work than what you do now, this probably isn't the time for you to join a 90-day run. This is going to be for someone who wants to really see some fast growth, but you're going to be working more than you are now. Okay, that's what a 90-day run is. So level one is only about 10% more than what you do now. So it's very simple. A level two is about 50% more than what you do now. And level three is all out massive action. I mean, you're doing a lot, but this is where the big stuff comes in. But I also want you to be realistic with the time that you have. I don't want you to commit to a level three and you're like, oh, I can only add in an extra, hour, 2 hours a day. I would choose a level one or level two. So fit in where you know realistically you can, because we don't want to set you up for disappointment. We want to set you up to be thriving and to be having fun with this and to actually be completing everything. So with this group, you guys know I am not a tough love person. I am a love, love, love person, not a tough love person. But every single one of my frontline directors has asked me to be tough love on them. And that's very hard for me. It is not my personality. I'm big on I'm not your boss, but I am your partner. So I'm going to do what's best for you. So if you are not participating in this group and actually doing the things, not because I don't love you, but I will be removing you from the group. It's just to hold you accountable. I love you still. And that's really awkward for me because, like I said, I'm a love love, not a tough love. Okay, so this is the group. Now, here's the cool thing I wanted to show you. Let me get these girls in really quick. Cool thing I wanted to show you is first, I have a KPI tracker. If you don't know what KPI stands for, we're talking like CEOs up in here, okay? This is what businessmen and businesswomen call their tasks. It's really what it is. Key performance indicators, the performance you have to do to get to that goal. That's a KPI. So I want you to get that into your vocabulary, KPI. So this form is for everybody participating in the 90-day run. What you're going to have is you're going to have all of your daily goals. So Monday, I want you to type in how many conversations you had, how many follow-ups, how many orders, your PV, any new FIs you had for the day. It's okay. You can put zero, even if it's zero for the whole week. That's fine. I want you to be honest though, because we can't myself and your upline can't help you unless you're honest. Nobody will ever judge you. We'll never say, you didn't do enough. Just be honest because we're here to help, okay? Calls attended. You can say, okay, Monday, did you get on a call? Yes or no. Monday, did you get on the daily chat? Yes or no. So you just fill this out. When you fill this out, this form here, the weekly goals, this is going to be automatically populated for you. And so I want you to choose what level you're going to go for. There's level one, level two, and level three. We just spoke about that. So let's say you're on a level one. You see how all of those weekly goals changed? And then your actual numbers after you put them into your daily are going to automatically go here. You do not have to touch this screen at all. Okay. Do not touch the weekly goals at all. You might mess up the code. The only thing that you input is here on the daily. This is where you're going to input, and then here are going to be your totals. And it tells you, you know, what every level is, but you choose your level right here. It's going to put in your weekly goals and your totals. So that's going to keep you on track. I want you to use it. And now here's a really cool thing too. So you're going to have these numbers now because at the end of the week, you're going to go to our back to basics form, okay? And you're going to type it in. You're going to type in those numbers that you have in your sheet. So you're going to put your name. I want you to put your first and last name and put it how it is in the back office, okay? Because some people have different last names. Some people's, if you're in France, your last name's first, your first name second. Put it in exactly how it is in the back office, just so it's easy to look you up. And then I want you to choose. I know there's a lot of names in here. These are all of our directors that are in our director chat. Okay. If you're not in the director chat and you're a director, let me know. We'll get you in the chat and I'll get your name on here. But choose who your direct director is. Okay. So you'll choose who it is. And then you're going to put whatever week it is. So if it's week one, and then your conversations. So you're going to go from your form, how many you had, and you're going to choose the correct amount here. Your follow-ups, just put the number here. Orders, put the number here. Your PV for the month, so whatever your PV is at the end of the week for the month, total amount, put it here. Same with GV, put it here. If you don't have a team, that's okay. Just put the same amount number as your PV, okay? Any new FIs that joined you this week, remember you're going to have that on your totals. So you're using that tracker. Focused hours. So hours that you were focused doing money making activities, not scrolling, not playing on TikTok, things that are actually making you money. The calls you attended, check all that apply. Personal development, how many minutes you did for the week. That tracker is going to give you all of those numbers if you input it daily, okay? If you completed your 333, pick all the days that you actually did it. If you added new people to our ATM group, that is our results group, you guys. It's an ATM group, add, tag, message. It's all part of this 90-day run. It's part of our systems, and it's part of how you're going to grow. So if you added anybody this week to that, again, that is all of this stuff is on your sheet. So you don't have to remember it. You just do the sheet every single day. How much content you posted this week. Did you do at least 10 slides on your stories? So 10 slides, a story is like what, 30, 60 seconds. Minimum 10 a day, okay? Choose the days that you did it. And be honest, if you didn't do any, put none, because that's where we can come in and help you. You won't get scolded. We aren't like that. But we're going to here to support you. Maybe you need a little extra help. Maybe you can't think of ideas to what to do. Just be honest with it so we can actually help you. Choose all the days that you went live. If you didn't go live, put none. It's okay. It's okay. Nobody's going to scold you, but we need the real numbers if you're actually going to grow. What is this? How many follow-ups did you do this week? Put it in there. How many opportunity messages did you send out this week? Put it in there. And then if you plugged into a daily chat, put it in there. So each week on Sunday, you're going to fill this form out, okay? And then guess what happens with this form? This form is going to go to my master list. That's not my master list. This one is here. So it's going to show, and I just have fake people in here for now, just as test to make sure everything worked. So it's going to put everybody in. I don't have to enter it. It's going to automatically enter it when you do that form. And it's going to tell me your level. It's going to input everything that you put in. And now it's also going to highlight for me if you are underperforming. So if you may need a little extra support, that's going to kind of blink it for me that you need a little extra support, and that's where we're going to help. Okay. So if you have less than 15 minutes of personal development a day, it's going to highlight it. If you did not do your 333, it's going to highlight it. So anything that's an underperformer where you may need support, it's going to highlight. And then this is cool too, and this is why I want you to put your director name in here because now all I have to do is I just go and I used Tasha and myself as just the example, but when you actually put this data in, it will show me all of the leaders whose team has actually put the data in, and then I can just choose the name and it's going to give me all of their team members with all of their data and then also highlight where they need extra support. So then on Monday, I can send this report to your director as well. So you have both of us who are here to support you. So cool system. I'm excited. I think it's going to be very helpful to find all of this so you don't have to remember. I'm not going to remember where it is right here. If you go to our team website, which everything is on here, if you ever needed anything, our team website is bomb.com. But if you go to the team website and you go to Training Hub, okay, you're going to click 90-day run back to basics. And right here is going to be our back to basic group. Right here is going to be your tracker. So when you click it, it's going to want you to make a copy because yours is yours. You're not going to see other people's numbers. You're not going to mess up my master list, nothing like that. Yours is your copy. And then we also have our weekly submission in case you forget where it is. So everything is on the team website. We are ready to go. I hope you guys are ready. We start tomorrow. I'm very excited. So now we can jump into our book. Let me stop sharing the screen. Very cool though, huh? I'm very excited for this. This is where my green personality comes in with my red. I think those are my two colors. No one's in the waiting room as of right now, you guys. Everybody's in. So if somebody says they're in the waiting room, they got the wrong link. Send them the correct one. Okay, let's start. Chapter 12, the very last chapter. This is about belief, gratitude, and faith. I think, oh, Cindy, you got your book. Um, I think this chapter is probably one of my favorites because belief is the one thing that's going to get you through this business. Like, that's the one thing you have to have belief. So, unless you become like little children, we will never enter the kingdom of heaven. From Matthew 8:13. Okay. And I say that because children I want you to have childlike faith. You know, kids believe in Santa Claus, kids believe in the Easter Bunny. I want you to have that faith in yourself, childlike faith in your own self. So that's why I put that Bible verse in there. One of the biggest things you can do for your team members is believe in them. Most people who start a network marketing business have never done anything like this before. Sometimes we forget that. You know, we've been in this world so long, we forget there's people coming in who have never done social selling. Like this is so out of their comfort zone. So when you've been a network marketing profession for a while, it changes our perspective. As we spend more and more time hanging out with seasoned networkers, we can lose touch with how it feels to be brand new. New people generally don't have that much belief in themselves because they've never owned a business or built a business. As leaders, we need to believe in them even before they believe in themselves. I mentored a friend of mine when she was just starting out. This makes me smile because she's a millionaire now, you guys. Oh my gosh. And I'm gonna tell you, she was a very young girl with a lot of children. She was in her 20s with like 4 or 5 kids. She lived in the hood. She had cockroaches in her house, gang shootings in front of her house. She is now a millionaire living in a beautiful mansion, way better than my house, with a huge in-ground pool. Okay. Anyways, I remember this story. Okay. So where did I find it? Okay, so I mentored a friend of mine when she was just starting out, and now she's at the top of her company. She absolutely did it herself, and I will never take credit for her success. But she did tell me the reason I was able to do it is because you believed in me. I was a girl living in a house with cockroaches. I didn't think I could be at a top of a company. At 21 years old, she was 21, you guys. She did it because Okay, so at 21 years old, she did it because I knew she would from day one. I told her, I already know what your future is going to look like. We just need to line the universe up with it. and the universe, it lined, it lined. So believe in people before they believe in themselves. Believing in people can make a huge difference in how you feel and how you perform. So often nobody believes in us. You go to work, you don't get that pat on the back. You're expected to do your job. Nobody gives you any recognition and belief. Do I have any? Let me get Lori in. Recognition and belief go hand in hand. When you recognize people, look for the smallest accomplishments. It can be someone's first sale, even if it's not a very big one. They sell one product, love on them, shout them out on Facebook, send them a message, call them on the phone, say, great job. It's going to boost their self confidence and they're going to want to do more of it because it feels really good to be recognized. It also helps them build belief in themselves, in the company, and in the network marketing profession. Belief in yourself, your company, and the business model. Yes, believe in network marketing and believe in that success is going to happen for you. Many people get in and after 6 months they're disappointed and they say, "I'm still not making six figures. I'm still not making any money." They don't believe in the process. It's like when you go to school to be a doctor for 8 years. The first 6 months of your internship, you're not even gonna. Or hang on, hang on. I should have put my. I'm getting my glasses on. I hit the over 40 mark, you guys. Oh, that is way better. Okay, let's start that again. All right, so yes, believe in network marketing and believe the success is going to happen for you. Many people get in and after 6 months, they're disappointed. They say, "I'm still not making any money." They don't believe in the process. It's like when you go to school to be a doctor for 8 years. The first 6 months of your internship, you're not going to do open heart surgery on anybody. You have to grow into that position and trust the process. People try to rush it and they think, "I didn't make any money. This isn't for me." They quit before they're ready to shine. So if I had to quit 4 years ago, I wouldn't be where I am today. If I quit 15 years ago, I wouldn't be where I am today. It took me 8 years to have success in network marketing. I don't think it's going to take that long for you, okay? But it took that long for me because I was very stubborn and my mindset didn't change and I didn't have mentors. I didn't have systems. I didn't have a good company like we do here. Okay, so people try to rush it. They think I didn't make any money. This isn't for me. They quit before they're ready to shine. If I had to quit 4 years ago, I wouldn't be where I am today. Quitting too soon is so common. It's more common than not. I would say probably 85% of people quit too soon, honestly. Um, so it's due to people's lack of belief in the process and in themselves. So be patient, trust the process. I climbed up very quickly in my current company, but that's only because of all the work that I've done before. I've had a network marketing business since 2003, you guys. It says 2004 in here, but it was 2003. And everyone told me to quit it. My parents, my friends, everybody said to quit because I wasn't making any money for a long time. Even my husband said to quit, but just kept going. I didn't listen to anybody else. I let it go in one ear and out the other because I had a belief that it could happen. I don't know when. I had no idea when it was going to happen, but I knew it was going to happen. So I knew it was going to happen as long as you don't quit. A lot of people get impatient. If they had just kept going and believing in themselves, investing in their personal development, and fine tuning their people skills, they would have created a life that they could only imagine. And then here's another quote. "In this business, you can't fail as long as you don't quit," by Jimmy Smith. What will make your journey success a lot easier and more joyful is being grateful for what you already have. When you're thankful for something, you're going to get more of it. It's kind of like at like Christmas time when you give your kids a present and they don't like it and they're not grateful, you don't really want to give them anything else. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I am. But when they receive a present and they're so happy and so grateful, you just want to keep blessing them with more and more and more because they're grateful for it. You want to keep giving because you love the feeling of their joy and appreciation. You love the energy they're sending out. The universe works the exact same way. The exact same way, you guys. Be grateful and appreciate what you have. I always tell my team if you're thankful for what you have right now, you're going to get rewarded with more. When I was living in my mobile home, there were holes in the walls, there were holes in the floors, but yet I was grateful. I was thankful my family had a roof over our head, even though it did leak a lot. I was happy we weren't homeless. We tried to make it better. I painted the walls. I put rugs down on the shaggy orange carpet from the 60s. Who knows what was stuck in that carpet, let me tell you. And we bought a new stove. Dave's parents actually bought us a new washer and dryer, and we were so grateful that we made improvements on this house that ended up getting condemned. That's how bad it was. But I made improvements on it because I was grateful. That's why I only stayed there for a short while. After 8 months living there, I moved into my very first home. It was beautiful, my very first single family home, and it was the best place I ever lived. It's all because I was grateful. Even if you don't have much, I want you to appreciate what you have. Be grateful for the current position in your company. Otherwise, you're not going to rank advance. Acknowledge yourself, be happy for what you've already accomplished. This was Dave's part. When I was young, my mom taught me that you can't get more of what you want if you're not grateful and taking care of things that you already have. She said, God will give you only what you can handle. So first, show him how you can handle what you already have so he can bless you with more. If you live in gratitude, the outcome will be an abundant life. And you also need to have faith. Gratitude and faith go hand in hand. Can a Christian believe in the law of attraction? Let's talk about this. Speaking of faith, I think you can, but you have to look at it different. Okay. I saw Cindy shaking her head. Speaking of faith, a lot of people on my team ask me, you say you're a Christian, Amber, and you believe in God, then you talk about the universe and the law of attraction. How do these things go together? So for me, there's no contradiction. Everybody has their own beliefs, no matter what higher power you believe in. That's what created the universe for you, was God or whatever higher power you believe, whatever religion you are. God created the universe. So no matter what higher power you believe in, that's who created the universe for you. For me, God created the universe. He also created the law of attraction. So if you're a Buddhist, you may be using another name for what you consider to be the source of all things. While I don't know much about other religions, I do believe there's a higher power no matter what you call it. And I believe this higher power created the law of attraction in the universe for each of us to use and create our best life. People ask, if you believe in God, why do you think the universe? And I don't think the universe. Maybe I did when I wrote this book, because I really tried to be like politically correct, but I stopped doing that. I show who I am and I show my belief online. So I don't think the universe. I do think God. But anyways, I'm going to read it anyway. People ask, if you believe in God, why do you think the universe? I said, ultimately, I'm thanking God because he created the universe. The universe is so vast and so complex, our brains can't possibly comprehend it. And that's why we have to let down our walls. Those barriers that don't let us see beyond what's logical, the fact that we think thoughts, attach a feeling to them, and then they happen, it's not logical. It's not something we can easily wrap around our mind. Childlike faith will help you create your dream. Sometimes the hardest part is unlearning what you've been taught and looking beyond the part of your brain that needs to understand everything. Be like a kid again. Kids don't think, how is it possible that Santa can come to every single house in one night? They believe in their dreams and they have faith. Once you lower those walls and believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that success is going to happen for you, things are going to start happening for you. How did somebody figure out how to build a skyscraper? They had to think about it first. Everything you see in this world started out as a thought in somebody's mind. Um, think back when you were a kid, how openly you looked at everything you saw for the very first time. You didn't push it away because you didn't understand it. I call it a child's mind or a childlike faith. When you're a child, you can have faith in anything. You can believe you'll be an astronaut, and it motivates you to study. As we get older, we kind of get beaten down by the system and into thinking that's not really the right way anymore. That's not going to happen. We become our own dream stealers. Losing our dreams typically happens when we become adults, and we should never lose the capacity to dream, you guys. When I was living in that mobile home, I didn't think that was my ending. I knew it was just temporary. I had faith in myself and I knew I could have the life I desired. You want to see it in your mind first before it can actually become reality. You have to believe in it. If you have faith that's limited or if it's shaky, it's going to be much harder to create your new reality. You really have to know how to be true before it actually happens. Um, and before this last page, I'll tell you, when I was living in that mobile home, I would go tour beautiful houses. Like I was going to buy them. I wasn't going to buy them, but I wanted to feel what it would feel like to be somebody who was going to buy them. I would go to expensive stores and try on expensive clothes that I couldn't afford because I wanted to feel what it would feel like with somebody who could afford that. I would drive around my junky Geo Prism and I would pretend it was a damn BMW. In my mind, I would pretend like it was a BMW. How would it feel holding that leather steering wheel with those leather seats? Mine were cloth with holes in them. I didn't even have a headliner, you guys. It was styrofoam. But I pretended in my mind I was driving a BMW because that's what I wanted. I'm telling you what, in my company, I earned a BMW. I earned a BMW and I thought about it first. I created it in my mind first. The house, my very first house I lived in, I created it in my mind first. Everything happens with a thought first. So you will see it when you believe it and not a minute sooner. Jimmy Smith. I don't know how I got all these quotes from Jimmy Smith. I don't know Jimmy Smith, but he's a smart man. Once you have the right mindset, success is a foregone conclusion. The secret to having it all is believing you already do. When you truly know your why, and I put the universe opens up and graciously provides for you. I'm going to change that. I'm going to change it right now. So when you truly believe in your why, God will open it up and graciously provide you with everything you need to succeed. Now it's your turn to go out, put it into practice, what you've learned, have faith. I've shared what I know and I'm cheering you on. I believe in you. That is our last chapter. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are ready for tomorrow. If you are on Ashley's team, do a 90-day run with us. Do a 90-day run. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it as a team, like as a company whole, right? It's not just our team. It's not just that team, that team. We are Team Pharmacy. And I was talking to Brittany Madkey today, and she made a really good point. She said her team is always like, oh, everything's always geared towards, the Spanish market. And she said, well, duh, they're the ones producing. Let's outpower them in the USA. And guess what? Everything's going to be geared towards us. So I think that's a great plan. So, Latino market, USA, we're coming. Okay, we're coming. All right. I love you guys so much. I will be on tomorrow and we're running. I see Cindy. I see you running, 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 running. Giddy up. Bye, guys. Good night. I'm going to go to bed now. I've been working a lot. So I'm going to go to bed, be up bright and early tomorrow, and we start. Good night, everybody.